Phocean. Phoceans, also known as walking sticks, are enigmatic beings hailing from the remote planetoid Phocea. Situated in the outer reaches of the cosmos, Phocea exists as a desolate and mysterious celestial body shrouded in cosmic mists. The origins of the Phoceans remain a subject of speculation and conjecture, as their presence predates the annals of known cosmic history. It is believed that they emerged from primordial forces and evolved within the unique environmental conditions of their planetoid, sculpting their form to adapt to the harsh realities of their surroundings. Phoceans exhibit a fascinating insectile physique, standing at an average height of 2.1 meters. Their slender bodies possess an uncanny resemblance to walking sticks, rendering them almost indistinguishable from their natural counterparts found on various terrestrial worlds. These extraterrestrial beings boast elongated limbs and delicate exoskeletal structures that enable them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings, camouflaging themselves among the alien flora and fauna of Phocea. Their bodies are adorned with intricate patterns and subtle iridescent hues that shift and shimmer when exposed to light, enhancing their natural camouflage. Here are some of their known abilities. Cloaking Mastery. The primary ability that distinguishes Phoceans is their extraordinary mastery of camouflage. They possess the uncanny talent to imitate objects, textures, and patterns from their surroundings, rendering them nearly invisible to unsuspecting observers. This exceptional mimicry allows them to seamlessly integrate into any environment, be it alien jungles, cosmic ruins, or even interstellar spaceships. Phoceans can flawlessly imitate the coloration, texture, and even movement of nearby objects, granting them an unparalleled advantage in both evading threats and launching covert operations. Silent movement. The delicate structure of Phocean limbs grants them exceptional agility and the ability to move silently, akin to their earthly walking stick counterparts. Their steps are virtually soundless, allowing them to navigate treacherous terrain and infiltrate even the most secure locations without arousing suspicion. This stealthy mobility further complements their cloaking abilities, enabling them to become elusive shadows amidst the cosmic void. Psychic resonance. Phoceans possess an enigmatic psychic resonance that emanates from their insectile forms. While the full extent of their psychic capabilities remains largely unknown, it is theorized that they can manipulate and influence the thoughts and emotions of those around them. This psychic resonance allows Phoceans to induce subtle suggestions, instill fear or tranquility, and even create illusions to further augment their camouflage or confuse potential adversaries. Ephemeral existence. Phoceans lead remarkably short lives compared to many other species. Their existence is brief, spanning mere months in cosmic terms. This fleeting lifespan instills within them a sense of urgency and intensity, driving them to maximize their experiences and achievements during their limited time. Despite their ephemeral nature, Phoceans have developed an impressive level of adaptability and resourcefulness, allowing them to thrive in the face of adversity. Throughout the annals of cosmic mythology, tales of the Phoceans have permeated various civilizations. Some whisper that these enigmatic beings were the architects of celestial wonders, shaping nebulae and guiding the birth of stars. Others revere them as ethereal guardians, silently watching over forgotten realms and preserving cosmic balance. However, the truth behind these legends remains hidden within the cosmic mists, waiting for intrepid explorers to unveil the secrets of Phocea and its enigmatic inhabitants. Progeny of Yig. The Progeny of Yig, also known as the Snakekin, are a mysterious race of hybrid creatures believed to be the offspring of the snake god Yig and humans who have incurred his wrath. The curse of Yig transforms these individuals into half-human, half-snake beings, combining the physical characteristics of both species in a truly unnerving manner. The appearance of the Progeny of Yig is disturbing to behold. Standing at nearly human height, they are completely devoid of hair, and their tawny, scaly skin glistens in an otherworldly light. The skin on their backs appears subtly squamous, giving them an eerie texture. Their heads are strikingly flat, and their beady black eyes, reminiscent of an anthropoid, possess an unsettling intensity. The shoulders of the snakekin display speckles and a brownish hue, further accentuating their serpentine heritage. The Progeny of Yig inherit certain traits from their divine parent, Yig. They possess remarkable physical agility and flexibility, allowing them to contort their bodies with unnatural ease. Their senses are exceptionally acute, particularly their sense of smell, which aids them in tracking prey or potential threats. These hybrid creatures have an innate affinity for serpents and possess the ability to communicate with and control these creatures to some extent, earning them the reputation of serpent whisperers. One of the most feared abilities of the Progeny of Yig is their power to transform individuals into snakes. Following suitable tortures and torment, a chosen victim is cursed to undergo a gradual metamorphosis, turning into a spotted snake under the malevolent influence of the snakekin. This method serves as Yig's vengeance upon those who dare to defy or harm his wriggling progeny. The fear of this gruesome fate lingers in the tales of these hybrid beings, instilling terror and caution among those who cross their path. Yig's devotion to his offspring is unparalleled, and the Progeny of Yig inherit this unwavering loyalty. The snakekin share a peculiar bond with their divine progenitor and exhibit a sense of unity among themselves. While they may be viewed with apprehension by outsiders, the Progeny of Yig form close-knit communities, hidden away in secluded and remote areas. They protect one another and defend their serpent companions with a ferocity that rivals their fearsome parent. Legend has it that Yig's venomous rattlesnakes often thrive in the regions where the Progeny of Yig dwell. The reverence and respect the snakekin hold for these serpents are so great that local tribes aware of Yig's wrath hesitate to defend themselves against the venomous creatures. These clandestine tales speak of the snakekin's capacity for vengeance against mortals who dare to disrespect Yig or inflict harm upon their own kind. They carry out this retribution by turning their victims into spotted snakes, making their punishment both excruciating and everlasting. Encounters with the Progeny of Yig are rare and often secretive. Few have witnessed their unsettling presence firsthand and lived to tell the tale. As cryptic as their origin, these hybrid beings continue to haunt the darkest corners of the world, their existence a testament to the unfathomable power of Yig and the terrifying consequences that befall those who provoke him. Proto-Shoggoth. Proto-Shoggoths possess an amorphous and elastic body, allowing them to rapidly alter their shape and form. Their malleable nature enables them to extend limbs to extraordinary lengths, reaching up to 3 meters or even manifesting an eye within the palm of their hand. While they bear a resemblance to humans, their true nature is revealed through their ability to deform and transform into monstrous, otherworldly forms. In their monster form, they retain the color and texture of human skin, but gain the ability to alter their shape, growing additional limbs, sensory organs, or grotesque mouths without lips. Despite their constantly shifting appearance, their total mass and volume remain constant, resulting in a redistribution of bodily proportions when they manifest new appendages. Proto-Shoggoths possess exceptional resilience, rendering them highly resistant to physical harm. Traditional weapons inflict minimal damage upon them, as they lack internal organs vulnerable to impalement. Fire, while still causing harm, only affects them with half its usual potency. Additionally, Proto-Shoggoths possess remarkable regenerative abilities, allowing them to heal from injuries at an accelerated rate. They do not require sleep and can maintain their active state indefinitely. However, Proto-Shoggoths are not without their limitations. When exposed to nervousness or agitation, there is a risk of losing control, causing their features to contort and reveal their non-human nature. While they can retain their previous human form, their ability to effectively mimic other individuals is limited. Instead, they can choose to retain their original appearance or take on monstrous and horrifying shapes. In combat, Proto-Shoggoths exhibit a range of capabilities. They engage in physical confrontations, utilizing their metamorphic bodies to strike with punches or grasp and crush their opponents. Unlike their larger counterparts, the true Shoggoths, Proto-Shoggoths can only attack one human victim at a time, either through crushing or absorption until the victim's demise. Scion of Tsathoggua. The Scions of Tsathoggua trace their origins back to the dark imaginings of Robert E. Howard, the renowned author of Conan the Barbarian, and a close collaborator within the Lovecraft circle. It was in Howard's short story, The Thing on the Roof, that these otherworldly beings first made their appearance. Their unique existence was later embraced and expanded upon by Chaosium for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, cementing their presence within the broader Cthulhu mythos. In their physical form, the Scions of Tsathoggua embody a grotesque amalgamation of features that stir both awe and revulsion in those who gaze upon them. Their ebony-hued skin, reminiscent of the darkest recesses of the void, exudes an aura of otherworldly power. Toad-like in shape, their bodies are adorned with writhing tentacles that writhe and coil with an unsettling grace. A pair of bat-like wings sprout from their backs, hinting at their ability to traverse the dimensions beyond human comprehension. The Scions of Tsathoggua possess a range of formidable abilities, drawing upon their unholy lineage and their close association with the Great Old One, Tsathoggua. These abilities reflect their role as envoys and custodians of Tsathoggwa's temples, where they demand sacrifices on his behalf. Dark sorcery. These creatures possess an innate mastery over ancient and forbidden forms of magic. With a mere whisper or gesture, they can summon eldritch forces, cast sinister spells, and manipulate the fabric of reality to serve their twisted desires. Corruption and decay. Their touch seethes with a virulent energy that spreads decay and corruption. Living beings unfortunate enough to come into contact with the Scions find their flesh withering away, their minds descending into madness, and their souls tainted by an indelible darkness. Dimensional travel. The Scions of Tsathoggua are adept at traversing the barriers between dimensions. They can seamlessly shift between the earthly realm and the boundless void beyond, allowing them to appear and disappear at will, often lurking in the shadows of Tsathoggwa's ancient temples. Persuasive charisma. These beings possess an uncanny ability to sway mortals to their cause. Their beguiling presence and mesmerizing gaze can bend the will of even the most resolute individuals, compelling them to carry out the Scion's dark bidding. The Scions of Tsathoggua are intimately tied to the enigmatic deity Tsathoggua, often serving as intermediaries between the Great Old One and mortals. They inhabit and guard the hidden temples dedicated to Tsathoggua, acting as gatekeepers to the ancient knowledge and unimaginable power contained within. The Scions demand sacrifices, both material and spiritual, to appease their god and sustain the cosmic balance. It is whispered that those who prove themselves worthy in the eyes of the Scions may gain access to Tsathoggwa's forbidden secrets, albeit at a terrible cost. It is important to note that the Scions of Tsathoggua are also associated with another sinister entity known as Golgoroth. The nature of their relationship remains a mystery, fueling speculation and dark theories among the few scholars brave or foolhardy enough to delve into the depths of the mythos. Some believe Golgoroth to be a sibling or rival deity to Tsathoggua, while others postulate a more intricate connection, where the Scions act as emissaries to both entities, serving as conduits between their enigmatic realms. Sea Dweller. The mysterious origins of the Sea Dwellers are intertwined with the enigmatic depths of their underwater realm. Existing in the vastness of the Pacific Ocean since time immemorial, their true source remains veiled in uncertainty. Speculation arises contemplating whether they are an age-old, primordial species predating human civilization or an otherworldly race, possibly hailing from distant galaxies or alternate dimensions, who discovered Earth's oceans in the distant past. Abilities include aquatic prowess. The Sea Dwellers are exceptional swimmers, possessing an innate mastery of the ocean depths. They effortlessly navigate the treacherous currents and depths of the Pacific Ocean, allowing them to traverse vast distances with incredible speed and agility. Mind transference. One of the most unsettling abilities of the Sea Dwellers is their skill in mind transference. Similar to other entities within the Cthulhu mythos, they possess the power to transfer their consciousness into the bodies of other creatures, particularly humans. However, they can only achieve this under specific circumstances, such as when their victim is drowning and in a weakened state, rendering them more susceptible to their influence. Psychic influence. Sea Dwellers possess a subtle psychic influence over weaker minds. They can infiltrate dreams and project enticing illusions, luring unsuspecting individuals towards the sea. This ability is reminiscent of the captivating songs of sirens from folklore, drawing victims closer to their watery doom. The Sea Dwellers exhibit a peculiar and enigmatic appearance. Resembling a blend of seal and serpent, their bodies are covered in scaly white skin, accentuated by veined gills that aid in respiration. These creatures possess long, sinuous necks that undulate in a serpentine manner, ending in an inhuman head. Their eyes, lips, and even their teeth lack any pigmentation, appearing stark white. Instead of a nose, a mass of blue, worm-like feelers dominates the center of their faces, enabling them to perceive their surroundings. With 4 taloned flippers, the sea dwellers possess a hybrid form between seals and fish, granting them exceptional maneuverability underwater. Despite their seal-like bodies, their carnivorous nature is reflected in their sharp teeth. These creatures emit a distinctive language that resembles a combination of cackling laughter and grunts, further adding to their mystique. In Japanese folklore, the sea dwellers have influenced tales of mythical beings such as nereids, gorgons, and mermaids. Their existence is intertwined with ancient legends and accounts, leaving an indelible mark on the collective consciousness of those who have encountered them. The sea dwellers exhibit certain aspects of their physiology that distinguish them from other beings within the Cthulhu mythos. Notably, they possess a significantly extended lifespan compared to humans, allowing them to witness the passage of time on a scale incomprehensible to mortal minds. This longevity contributes to their patience in seeking suitable vessels for their mind transference. Furthermore, upon transferring their consciousness into a human body, the sea dweller's original form lies dormant until the human's natural death. At this point, the sea dweller returns to its true body, effectively expelling the human's consciousness, which, devoid of a living vessel, perishes. Encounters with these enigmatic beings have often been misconstrued as tales of shipwreck survivors being rescued by mermaids. In reality, such stories may depict victims whose bodies have been seized by the sea dwellers, perpetuating their existence in a new host form. The insidious nature of their mind transference renders them elusive and dangerous, forever seeking fresh vessels to extend their own existence. The sea dwellers are reclusive by nature, primarily dwelling in the depths of the Pacific Ocean, far removed from human civilization. Their motivations and goals remain elusive, obscured by the depths they inhabit. However, their desire to experience the world through the bodies of other creatures, particularly humans, suggests a longing for a different existence beyond their watery realm. Although capable of exerting psychic influence, their attempts to acquire human vessels are met with varying degrees of success. While they possess the ability to forcefully transfer their minds into a vulnerable human host, such occurrences are rare and require specific circumstances. The sea dwellers seek out individuals who are drowning or in a state of extreme vulnerability, unable to resist their mental intrusion. Seeker. Seekers are extra-dimensional creatures created by the malevolent Adambrali, an ancient and sinister race that exists beyond the known realms. These beings, motivated by a sadistic desire for torment and death, employ Seekers as their emissaries to traverse the dimensions and capture unsuspecting victims for their insidious purposes. Seekers possess a shape-shifting ability that allows them to assume the form of indigenous species in the dimensions they traverse. While their true appearance remains a mystery, their disguises are flawless, seamlessly blending into the fabric of the targeted world. It is said that their forms are ethereal and otherworldly, with an uncanny air of eeriness that elicits unease in those who gaze upon them. Seekers possess formidable mental abilities, honed by their malevolent creators. They can mesmerize their prey with an intense gaze, captivating their minds and rendering them powerless to resist. This mental manipulation extends beyond mere mesmerization, enabling them to delve into the depths of a victim's psyche, unraveling their fears and vulnerabilities to exploit them further. Once entranced, the Seekers transport their captives across dimensions, subjecting them to unimaginable horrors in the domain of the Adambrali. Among the known Seekers, Doreen stands out as a particularly cunning and adept individual. This Seeker assumed the guise of a physically flawless human male, utilizing its deceptive appearance to lure its prey, an unsuspecting young university student who dabbled in the occult. Doreen's calculated approach and insidious nature demonstrate the cold, calculated cruelty that defines Seekers. Seekers were first introduced by American author Robert A. W. Lowndes in his short story, The Abyss, published in April 1941. While inspired by the Lovecraft Circle and its mythos, Seekers are a unique addition to the cosmic horror mythos, offering a distinct perspective on extra-dimensional entities and their malevolent designs. Sentient polyhedron. The sentient polyhedron is an enigmatic entity that exists beyond the boundaries of conventional space and time, Its origins are shrouded in mystery, with no known account of its creation or purpose. It is believed to be an aberration, an anomaly that defies the laws of our reality. Some scholars speculate that it may have been brought into existence by ancient and unfathomable cosmic forces, while others propose that it is a product of interdimensional rifts or alien experimentation. The sentient polyhedron is an awe-inspiring sight to behold. It manifests as a complex conglomeration of geometric shapes, primarily taking the form of a kaleidoscopic polyhedron. Its surfaces constantly shift and transform, revealing a mesmerizing array of unknown colors and intricate patterns. It exists simultaneously as both solid and ethereal, defying traditional notions of materiality. Observers have described its presence as simultaneously captivating and deeply unsettling, as if gazing upon the impossible. As a sentient being, the polyhedron possesses a profound intellect that surpasses human comprehension. Its consciousness extends far beyond the constraints of our reality, granting it a profound understanding of the cosmic forces that govern the universe. It can perceive and manipulate dimensions beyond the three we perceive, effortlessly traversing the realms of time and space. The sentient polyhedron's most notable ability is its capacity to traverse the fourth dimension. It can navigate this incomprehensible realm with ease, using it as a conduit for travel and exploration. It can manifest in our reality at will, appearing and disappearing without warning. Its movement is erratic, defying conventional notions of physics, and it can float, levitate, or even hover in midair. While it lacks a physical form, it can interact with the material world, exerting influence and affecting objects and individuals through its ethereal presence. Encounters with the sentient polyhedron are rare and typically occur within the confines of ancient and esoteric locations. It is often drawn to places of great power where the fabric of reality is thinnest. Those who have come into contact with the entity describe a sense of being watched, studied, and manipulated by its otherworldly consciousness. The polyhedron's motives and intentions remain elusive, as its actions and desires operate on a level beyond human comprehension. Some speculate that it seeks to unravel the mysteries of the cosmos or gain dominion over dimensions unknown. Prolonged exposure to the sentient polyhedron's presence can have profound and lasting effects on the human mind. It has been known to induce vivid and disturbing hallucinations, warp perceptions of time and space, and drive individuals to the brink of madness. Only the most resolute and mentally fortified individuals can hope to withstand its influence without succumbing to its maddening allure. Space Eater. The Space Eaters are extraterrestrial entities that transcend the boundaries of conventional space and time. Originating from an unfathomable dimension, these enigmatic beings are interwoven into the sinister fabric of the cosmos itself. Space Eaters materialize as immense, radiant entities, emanating an otherworldly brilliance that enshrouds them in an ethereal glow. Their true form, hidden from human perception, remains an enigma, as they manipulate reality to assume bewildering shapes that defy human comprehension. As they draw near, an area becomes enfolded in a chilling mist, permeated by a disquieting dampness, an ominous indication of their impending arrival. Here are some of their extraordinary abilities and traits. Space devouring. True to their appellation, Space Eaters possess the power to consume space itself. Harnessing this ability, they navigate the vast expanses between celestial bodies, defying the confines of distance and time. Through their arcane prowess, they can temporarily manifest appendages to interact with the physical realm, defying the laws that govern ordinary matter. Mind influence. The presence of Space Eaters exerts a pernicious influence on the minds of those unfortunate enough to encounter them. If allowed to establish a mental connection, the observer's perception and sanity gradually distort, entangled in a web of hallucinations and delusions. When these beings assume a semblance of tangible form, it serves as a harbinger that their insidious influence has already ensnared the victim, ensnared in a labyrinth of cosmic manipulation. Brain feasting. To sustain their alien existence, Space Eaters possess a morbid craving for human brains. Through supernatural means, they penetrate the skulls of their victims, extracting the very essence of consciousness and devouring it. Witnessing these otherworldly entities extracting their gruesome sustenance is a bone-chilling testament to the horrors lurking beyond the veil of reality. It is believed that the symbol of the Elder Sign holds a form of repulsion against the Space Eaters. Laden with ancient significance, this emblem possesses an innate power to ward off these interdimensional beings, erecting a barrier between them and their intended prey. While the full extent of this protection remains uncertain, it stands as one of the few known methods to deter their relentless advances, offering a glimmer of hope amidst the encroaching cosmic darkness. Space Devil. The Space Devils, as described in the Bestiary, are extraterrestrial entities hailing from a distant corner of the cosmos. Their true origins remain shrouded in mystery, but they are believed to have existed long before humanity emerged on Earth. Legends suggest that they might have originated from a primordial realm beyond the reach of mortal comprehension, dwelling within the chaotic depths of the universe. The appearance of a space devil is a harrowing sight to behold. These otherworldly entities possess a grotesque and indescribable form that defies conventional perception. Their visage is a melding of tentacles, wings, claws, and writhing appendages, evoking a sense of nightmarish horror. It is said that even gazing upon a space devil for too long can plunge a mortal mind into the depths of madness. Space devils possess formidable powers, making them a formidable threat to both humanity and the gods themselves. They possess an innate command over cosmic forces, capable of manipulating and distorting reality. Their dark influence can warp the fabric of space and time, resulting in cataclysmic events such as the sinking of landmasses and the submergence of divine entities. Moreover, space devils are known to possess psychic abilities of immense magnitude. They can delve into the minds of mortals, extracting knowledge and secrets with ease. It is said that their whispers can corrupt the purest of souls, leading them down a path of darkness and servitude to the Space Devil's insidious agenda. The Space Devils have a long and tumultuous history with humanity. According to ancient accounts, they were once responsible for a great cataclysm that submerged the gods themselves, including the mighty Cthulhu, in the watery vaults of the half-cosmic city Relax. This event led to the isolation of a group known as the Kunyanians, followers of Cthulhu and Yig, who blamed the Space Devils for the catastrophe. In a later era, the Space Devils returned to Earth, unleashing havoc on a global scale. They orchestrated a series of devastating events that caused vast landmasses to sink beneath the waves, leaving only their chosen agents among the surviving humans. This act of destruction solidified the belief of the Kunyanians that all surviving humans were enemies, leading them to sever all ties with the surface world. It is important to note that the Space Devils are hostile not only to humanity, but also to the gods worshipped by mortals. Their enmity toward the Great Old Ones, as portrayed by August Derleth and others, is similar to the Elder Gods. These cosmic entities are blamed for imprisoning Cthulhu in the sunken city of R'lyeh. Spawn of Dagon. The Spawn of Dagon, also known as the Children of Dagon, are an ancient species that predates the rise of mankind. They originated during prehistoric times when the Earth was mostly covered by vast oceans. They were created by Henry Kuttner and introduced in his short story, Spawn of Dagon. While they are associated with the Lovecraft Circle myth cycles, their specific origins and characteristics are based on Kuttner's work. The Spawn of Dagon are grotesque beings devoted to the worship of the Great Old One Dagon. Their appearance is described as follows. Their faces are hideous and resemble fish-like masks with parrot-like beaks and large glassy eyes covered with a filmy glaze. Their bodies are amorphous, combining solid and gelatinous properties akin to the iridescent slime of jellyfish. They exhibit writhing tentacles sprouting irregularly from their ghastly bodies. The Spawn of Dagon possess formidable abilities and powers associated with their affiliation with Dagon. One of their notable abilities is control over earthquakes, which they can summon and manipulate to their advantage. However, they have a particular vulnerability to intense light, such as that emitted by the wizard Zen's red sphere, which draws power from the stars. Exposure to such light causes their bodies to dissolve into puddles of slime. Existing long before the rise of humanity, the Spawn of Dagon inhabited a world submerged beneath the ocean. They regarded subsequent races as usurpers and harbored jealousy towards them. Throughout the ages, they worked tirelessly to ensure that no civilization could surpass them, keeping their dominion over the submerged realms intact. During a fateful battle on the long-lost continent of Atlantis, the spawn of Dagon clashed with the wizard Zend, who wielded a powerful red sphere drawing celestial energies. Zend's light-based magic proved deadly to the spawn, resulting in the death of many of their kind. However, it remains uncertain whether the spawn of Dagon were entirely eradicated or if remnants of their species still lurk in the depths of the ocean. While Henry Kuttner refers to the spawn of Dagon as a race which had not sprung from human or even earthly loins, there is no conclusive evidence to suggest that Dagon, the great old one they worship, is an extraterrestrial entity. Star Warrior. According to ancient lore, the Star Warriors trace their origins to the celestial realms of the Orion Belt. Born amidst the glittering constellations and cosmic energies of this distant region, they emerged as a creation of both August Derleth and Mark Schorer, authors who sought to expand upon the Cthulhu mythos. While not directly conceived by HP Lovecraft himself, the Star Warriors have become a notable addition to the ever-growing tapestry of eldritch entities. The Star Warriors are awe-inspiring beings of colossal proportions, their radiant bodies gleaming with an otherworldly luminescence. These majestic entities, resembling both ethereal spirits and cosmic constellations, navigate the cosmos with grace and purpose. Towering above ordinary mortal beings, they possess an enigmatic countenance, their true nature concealed beneath their radiant forms. Their physiology is both mysterious and captivating. The Star Warriors possess 6 appendages that writhe and undulate, reminiscent of arms but transcending the conventional limitations of mortal anatomy. These appendages, in constant motion, ripple with an otherworldly energy that hints at their unfathomable power. It is said that these appendages are attuned to the cosmic forces that pervade the universe, enabling the Star Warriors to manipulate and harness these energies to their will. To traverse the expansive reaches of the cosmos, the Star Warriors are accompanied by limbless creatures, beings indigenous to the astral realms they call home. These ethereal mounts bear the weight of the Star Warriors effortlessly, serving as conduits between the celestial and the terrestrial. As the Star Warriors soar through the skies, a mesmerizing spectacle unfolds, their radiant forms and their mounts' fluid movements creating an awe-inspiring display of cosmic harmony. The Star Warriors possess an arsenal of formidable powers granted to them by their cosmic patrons, the Elder Gods. At the heart of their arsenal lies their tube-like weapons, bestowed upon them by their masters. These enigmatic devices harness the very energies of the cosmos, channeling them into destructive beams of concentrated power. With a mere gesture, the Star Warriors can unleash these devastating energies, capable of sundering reality itself. Even the dread Great Old Ones, ancient and formidable beings, are not immune to the destructive force of these celestial weapons. Moreover, the Star Warriors possess an innate connection to the cosmic energies that pervade the universe. They can manipulate and shape these forces, bending them to their will. With a gesture or a thought, they can summon cosmic tempests, command celestial lightning, or rend space and time itself. Their powers are as vast as the cosmos from which they draw their strength, and their mastery over these forces is an awe-inspiring testament to their celestial heritage. As servants of the Elder Gods, the Star Warriors are inherently aligned with the forces of order and preservation. They act as guardians of cosmic balance, warding off encroaching chaos and protecting the realms of existence from malevolent cosmic entities. Their presence in the Orion Belt serves as a beacon of hope, a celestial vanguard against the encroaching darkness that lurks beyond the stars. Encountering a Star Warrior is a rare and wondrous event, reserved for those who venture into the farthest reaches of the cosmos or stumble upon cosmic gateways hidden within ancient ruins. Those fortunate enough to witness their majestic presence are often overwhelmed by a profound sense of awe and insignificance in the face of such cosmic grandeur. To witness a Star Warrior is to catch a fleeting glimpse of the boundless mysteries that lie beyond mortal comprehension, an experience that forever changes those who have the privilege of encountering them. Their appearances are often accompanied by celestial phenomena such as swirling constellations, cascading auroras, or the resonating echoes of celestial music that reverberate through the fabric of reality. Despite their formidable powers and affiliation with the Elder Gods, the Star Warriors are not indiscriminate in their interactions with mortal beings. They possess a profound wisdom and understanding of the delicate balance between cosmic forces, and they exercise their powers judiciously. Rarely do they involve themselves in the affairs of humanity, preferring to observe from afar and intervene only when the very fabric of existence is at stake. Thing that devours and dissolves. The Devourers of Dissolution are ancient and enigmatic beings that reside in realms beyond mortal comprehension. Their existence predates the known cosmos and is intertwined with the fabric of reality itself. It is believed that they originated from an unfathomable dimension, a dark and chaotic void where their nature thrives. The Devourers of Dissolution are formless and ever-changing entities, defying conventional perception. They exist as a swirling mass of writhing tendrils, pulsating membranes, and amorphous appendages. Their true nature remains elusive as they constantly shift and evolve, adapting to their surroundings. Their appearance is deeply unsettling, with a grotesque beauty that defies human aesthetic sensibilities. Some known abilities: dissolution, projection. The Devourers possess the ability to project a corrosive energy that disintegrates matter at an atomic level. This energy can dissolve solid structures, organic matter, and even intangible concepts, erasing them from existence. Anything touched by their dissolving power is annihilated, reduced to a mere echo of its former self. Shapeshifting. The Devourers possess an inherent capacity for shapeshifting, allowing them to alter their form at will. They can assume various grotesque and nightmarish shapes, adapting to their environment or adopting forms that exploit the fears and weaknesses of their prey. This ability makes them exceptionally elusive and difficult to comprehend. Interdimensional travel. The Devourers can traverse the vast expanses of the multiverse effortlessly. They can shift between dimensions, slipping through the barriers that separate realms. This allows them to manifest in unsuspecting locations, striking terror and confusion into the hearts of those unfortunate enough to encounter them. Psychic manipulation. These beings have a subtle influence over the minds of weaker beings. They can induce madness, plant horrifying visions, and warp perception, driving their victims to the brink of insanity. By exploiting the fragility of the human psyche, they weaken their prey, making them more susceptible to their devouring power. The Devourers of Dissolution have been whispered about in ancient texts and forbidden lore throughout history. Cults and secret societies, driven by morbid curiosity or malevolent intent, have sought to harness their power or make contact with these otherworldly beings. Their presence serves as a reminder of the vast, unfathomable forces that exist beyond the boundaries of mortal understanding, instilling both fear and awe in those who dare to contemplate their existence. Encountering a Devourer of Dissolution is an ordeal fraught with danger and existential dread. Their very presence distorts reality and tests the limits of sanity. If faced with one, it is vital to maintain a strong mental resolve and resist succumbing to their manipulations. Conventional weapons have little effect on them, as their ethereal nature makes them resistant to physical harm. The best course of action is to avoid direct confrontation and seek refuge in areas shielded from their dissolving powers. Ancient protective wards, esoteric rituals, or artifacts of arcane origin might offer temporary respite from their predations. Research into the Devourers of Dissolution should be approached with caution, as delving too deeply into their nature can attract their attention. Only those with a firm grasp on sanity and a willingness to confront the unknowable should dare to unveil the secrets surrounding these inscrutable entities. Thuum'ha. The Thuum'ha, also known as the beings of Ib, are enigmatic creatures that once inhabited the land of Manar, situated in a distant and mysterious realm. Their origins remain shrouded in uncertainty, but it is believed that they have ancient ties to the Deep Ones, sharing similar physical characteristics and an amphibious nature. Whether they are a distinct species or a variation of the Deep Ones is a matter of speculation and debate among scholars. The Thuum'ha possess a distinct physical appearance that sets them apart from other beings in the Cthulhu mythos. They are described as amphibious humanoids with a hue as green as the mist-covered lake they call home. Their bulging eyes, pouting and flabby lips, and unusual ears give them an otherworldly visage. Most notably, the Thuum'ha lack a voice, rendering them mute, and communicate through unknown means. Amphibious adaptation. The The Thuum'ha excel in aquatic environments, capable of thriving both underwater and on land. They possess gills that enable them to breathe in water, and their amphibious nature grants them enhanced swimming capabilities and resilience against extreme pressures and temperatures of the deep. Veneration of Bokrug. The Thuum'ha revere a colossal water lizard known as Bokrug. The exact nature of this deity and the extent of its influence on the Thuum'ha society are subjects of conjecture. However, it is believed that Bokrug's veneration plays a vital role in their cultural and religious practices, and it may grant them certain favors or protections. Soft and vulnerable. Despite their unique physical attributes, the Thuum'ha are notably weak and fragile when confronted by physical force. They possess a soft, gelatinous texture that renders them susceptible to harm from stones, spears, and arrows. This inherent vulnerability makes them relatively easy to overpower by more robust adversaries. The Thuum'ha hold a significant place in the folklore and history of Minar, particularly in relation to the human inhabitants of Sarnath. The two civilizations clashed in the past, leading to the eradication of the Thuum'ha by the humans who deemed their existence unacceptable. The fall of Ib, the Thuum'ha settlement, and their subsequent expulsion from Minar became a pivotal event, illustrating the interplay between different races and the consequences of hubris. According to certain interpretations, a fraction of the Thuum'ha species descended to Earth in prehistory, but others speculate that the Thuum'ha found refuge on the moon after their expulsion from Minar. Their survival on the moon, hidden away from the waking lands, remains a topic of debate and mystery among scholars of the Cthulhu mythos. Encounters with the Thuum'ha should be approached cautiously, considering their vulnerability to physical force. Despite their docile nature, they may react defensively if provoked, or if their religious beliefs are threatened. Communication with the Thuum'ha is challenging due to their lack of vocalization, but attempts at nonverbal communication or through telepathic means might yield results. It is essential to approach them with respect and cultural sensitivity, as the history between the Thuum'ha and other races has left a lasting impact on their disposition towards outsiders. Toad Thing. The origin of this being is unknown. The Toad Thing is a grotesque and nightmarish entity associated with the outer gods. Its physical form defies conventional description, constantly shifting and morphing, making it difficult for observers to comprehend its true appearance. However, witnesses have described its general shape as toad-like, evoking a sense of primordial dread. The Toad Thing possesses a repertoire of unsettling abilities that amplify its aura of terror. It has an uncanny knack for manipulating its own shape, seamlessly transitioning between various forms, sizes, and textures. This shape-shifting ability serves both as a defense mechanism and a tool for psychological manipulation. By altering its physical manifestation, it can disorient and terrify those unfortunate enough to encounter it, inducing a state of profound unease. One of the most disturbing traits of the Toad Thing is its ability to emit an otherworldly ululation, a ghastly, inhuman sound that resonates at a frequency beyond mortal comprehension. This ululation carries with it a malevolent influence capable of affecting the sanity of those who hear it. The shrill and cacophonous choir of frogs that accompany its presence intensifies the unsettling nature of its auditory assault. The true origins of the Toad Thing remain shrouded in mystery, lost in the cryptic depths of the mythos. It is believed to be an ancient being, predating human existence, and tethered to the dominion of the outer gods. Some scholars suggest that it may have originated from a realm beyond mortal perception, a dimension where the rules of reality are twisted and incomprehensible. Legends and scattered fragments of lore hint at a connection between the Toad Thing and ancient rites performed by cultists devoted to the outer gods. It is said that the toad-like creatures act as avatars or emissaries for these eldritch beings, serving as conduits for their unfathomable power. However, deciphering the exact nature of this connection proves a daunting task, as the lore surrounding the Toad Thing is fragmentary and often conflicting. Encounters with the Toad Thing are rare and typically occur in remote and secluded locations, where the boundaries between the physical world and the cosmic abyss are thin. Its presence is often associated with rituals or ceremonies performed by deranged cultists, seeking to invoke the attention and favor of the outer gods. Tunneler Below. The enigmatic origins of the tunnelers below remain veiled in mystery, captivating the minds of even the most devoted scholars of the mythos. Some speculate that they are ancient beings existing long before the rise of humanity, while others believe they are an extraterrestrial race that stumbled upon Earth's hidden depths. Regardless of their origins, the tunnelers below are a sight both awe-inspiring and unsettling. Resembling gigantic worms, the tunnelers below are roughly the size of humans, with bodies as thick as their thighs. Along the length of their slimy forms, numerous pairs of tiny translucent wings vibrate continuously, emitting an eerie hum. These grotesque creatures are eyeless, relying on their potent psionic abilities to navigate and interact with their environment. Their circular mouths, filled with rows of razor-sharp teeth reminiscent of a shark's, make them formidable adversaries when provoked. The tunnelers below possess formidable psionic powers, with telepathy being their most prominent ability. They can invade dreams, preying upon unsuspecting minds to steal memories, thoughts, and secrets. Through their telepathic prowess, they also communicate with spirits, forging connections with otherworldly entities that dwell within the depths of the mythos. Driven by an insatiable thirst for knowledge, the tunnelers below are irresistibly drawn to all aspects of the mythos. They congregate below areas of intense psychic power, mystical energy, and locations profoundly influenced by extraterrestrial forces. Their vast network of subterranean caves stretches across the planet, even reaching beneath the ocean floor. Among their favored haunts is the sunken city of R'lyeh, where they feast upon the death dreams of the slumbering Cthulhu. By nature, the tunnelers below are not inherently hostile towards humans or other sentient beings. However, their insidious presence poses a grave threat to the unprepared. They continuously broadcast mythos concepts, findings, and knowledge telepathically, overwhelming the minds of those unfortunate enough to encounter them. Unless the victim can quickly escape or the tunnelers below are repelled, the onslaught of esoteric information drives individuals to the brink of insanity or death. When provoked or threatened, the tunnelers below unleash their wrath with ferocity. They attack by clamping their tooth-filled maws onto their adversaries, rending flesh and bone with unmatched force. Additionally, they exhibit their mastery of burrowing, creating fragile tunnels beneath their targets. These tunnels undermine the structural integrity of buildings, causing them to collapse under their own weight. Unspeakable Possessor. The origin of the Unspeakable Possessors can be traced back to the Great Old One Hastur, a powerful entity within the Cthulhu mythos. Hastur, seeking to extend his influence and corrupt mortal beings, devised a dark and forbidden ritual known as the Unspeakable Promise. Those humans who willingly made this pact with Hastur found themselves irrevocably bound to his will and transformed into the monstrous Unspeakable Possessors. The Unspeakable Possessors possess a range of horrifying abilities bestowed upon them by their patron, Hastur. Their physical form undergoes a grotesque metamorphosis, resulting in a bloated humanoid appearance with boneless, fluid limbs. The fingers of these appendages end in tentacle-like jaws, which they can employ with deadly precision. The skin of the Unspeakable Possessors takes on a sickly gray-green hue, bearing a scaly texture that hints at their eldritch nature. Despite their monstrous transformation, they retain their original intelligence and knowledge, particularly in the realm of dark magic. This arcane prowess makes them formidable opponents, capable of wielding powerful spells and curses against their foes. Once transformed, the Unspeakable Possessors become driven by an insatiable desire for destruction, death, and consumption. Their former lives and aspirations are forsaken, replaced by an overwhelming hunger for chaos and suffering. They revel in the despair they inflict upon the world and take pleasure in the torment of their victims. These creatures, now bereft of any moral compass, operate as agents of Hastur's malevolent will. They actively seek to further their patron's objectives, spreading madness and corruption wherever they go. While they may still possess fragments of their previous memories, these serve only to taunt them with echoes of their lost humanity. Encounters with Unspeakable Possessors are shrouded in terror and dread. They lurk within the shadows, preying upon unsuspecting victims and striking swiftly with their tentacle-like appendages. Their victims often find themselves paralyzed by fear as they witness the abhorrent transformation of a loved one, only to become the next vessel for Hastur's possession. Defeating an Unspeakable Possessor requires great cunning and knowledge of their vulnerabilities. Their connection to Hastur is their greatest weakness. Severing this bond or disrupting their dark rituals can temporarily weaken their powers and give their adversaries a chance to strike. However, such endeavors are perilous, as the tendrils of Hastur's influence reach deep into the fabric of reality. Upas Tree. In the depths of the Cthulhu mythos, among unfathomable terrors and forbidden lore, dwells an enigmatic being, the Upas Tree. Its twisted form emerges from the malevolent energies of ancient deities and cosmic abominations, its origins obscured by mystery. Occult scholars suggest it arose as a sinister embodiment of the Old One's corrupting influence on the natural realm. The Upas Tree is a grotesque, arboreal monstrosity, defying the boundaries of the natural world. Towering above the earthly flora, it stands as a testament to the unfathomable horrors that lurk within the Cthulhu mythos. Its gnarled bark is tainted with sickly hues of sickly green and putrid purple, a sickening reflection of the ancient evil that courses through its veins. Its massive trunk, thicker than any tree known to man, rises to a height of 120 feet, 40 meters, reaching towards forbidden dimensions that lie beyond mortal comprehension. Beneath its boughs, the air is thick with an otherworldly miasma, a toxic aura that reeks of decay and madness. Even from a distance, one can sense an unyielding malevolence emanating from the Upas Tree, as if it were a sentient force seeking to consume the sanity of all who dare approach. The Upas Tree possesses an array of abilities that both befuddle and terrify those who encounter it. Its most infamous power lies in its poisonous nature, mirroring the folklore surrounding its earthly counterpart. The mere act of drawing near to the tree can prove fatal, as its toxic aura permeates the surroundings, seeping into the lungs of unfortunate victims and corrupting their life force. The poison that it exudes is not of this world. It defies conventional antidotes and can plunge an individual into a state of agonizing torment or induce a maddening descent into mindless insanity. Additionally, the Upas Tree possesses a form of limited sentience, an awareness that enables it to perceive the feeble attempts of intruders seeking to trespass upon its domain. It has been known to manipulate its surroundings, subtly altering the landscape and ensnaring unwary wanderers within its labyrinthine branches. Those who become entangled in its grip find themselves trapped in a nightmarish prison, their cries for help devoured by the eldritch echoes of the tree's dark consciousness. Furthermore, the Upas Tree is an immense wellspring of dark energy, drawing upon the chaotic forces of the mythos itself. This potent energy seeps into the earth, feeding the roots of the tree and bolstering its malevolent power. Those who possess the knowledge and audacity to tap into this energy may find themselves able to wield a fraction of its eldritch might, but at the risk of becoming tainted by the same corrupting forces that birthed the tree. Urhag. The Urhag, a mysterious and enigmatic creature, was born in the darkest corners of the Dreamlands, as imagined by the renowned author HP Lovecraft. Its initial emergence can be traced back to Lovecraft's tale, The Dream Quest of Unknown Yaddithian. However, the precise origins of the Urhag remain obscured, as if it materialized from the unfathomable depths of the human subconscious. The Urhag is an otherworldly creature that defies easy description. It exists as a grotesque amalgamation of various nightmarish forms crafted from the very fabric of dreams. Its body is an abhorrent fusion of disjointed limbs covered in slick obsidian-black skin that seems to writhe and pulse with a life of its own. The Urhag's physical form lacks a coherent structure, with appendages and protuberances jutting out in seemingly random directions, evoking a sense of disquiet and unease in any who behold it. Some known abilities: shrouded in darkness. The Urhag possesses an innate affinity for darkness and shadows. It can cloak itself in an impenetrable veil of blackness, rendering it nearly invisible in dimly lit or pitch-black environments. This ability allows it to stalk its prey unnoticed, striking with terrifying swiftness. Dreamwalking. As a denizen of the Dreamlands, the Urhag has the unique ability to traverse the ethereal realm of dreams. It can seamlessly transition between the waking world and the realm of nightmares, making it an elusive and formidable adversary. It uses this power to haunt the dreams of unsuspecting victims, feeding on their fears and vulnerabilities. Psychic siphoning. When the Urhag encounters a sleeping individual, it can extend ethereal tendrils from its form and latch onto their subconscious mind. Through this psychic connection, it drains the victim's mental energy and emotions, leaving them weakened and disoriented upon awakening. Prolonged exposure to the Urhag's psychic siphoning can lead to madness or even complete mental deterioration. Reality distortion. In its proximity, the Urhag possesses the ability to warp and manipulate the fabric of reality itself. It can twist and distort the environment, causing hallucinations, spatial anomalies, and temporal displacements. This power creates a disorienting and chaotic landscape, trapping its victims in a nightmarish maze of their own fears. Encounters with the Urhag are rare and often associated with nocturnal journeys into the dreamlands. It is said to dwell within the hidden recesses of forgotten catacombs or within the depths of abyssal chasms, where it waits patiently for unsuspecting dreamers to stumble upon its lair. The ravens and bats that accompany the Urhag serve as harbingers of its presence, their cries echoing through the darkened passages as a warning to those who dare to venture too close. Those unfortunate enough to encounter the Urhag in their dreams are plagued by a perpetual sense of impending doom. Their dreams become feverish and nightmarish, haunted by the creature's unsettling visage. Only the most courageous and knowledgeable individuals who possess a keen understanding of the dreamlands can hope to outmaneuver the Urhag's insidious grasp. It is important to note that the Urhag's true purpose and motivations remain obscure. Some speculate that it serves as a guardian or a gatekeeper, preventing unworthy individuals from delving too deep into the secrets of the dreamlands. Others believe that it is a malevolent entity, savoring the torment and anguish it inflicts upon hapless dreamers. Whatever its true nature may be, one thing is certain: the Urhag embodies the primal fears and lurking horrors that reside within the human psyche. Legends tell of a select few who have managed to confront and survive encounters with the Urhag. These individuals, known as dreamwalkers, possess a rare ability to navigate the treacherous landscapes of the dreamlands and withstand the creature's psychic onslaught. They have honed their minds and spirits through rigorous training, equipping themselves with ancient rituals, protective talismans, and profound knowledge of the dreamland's intricate tapestry. To defeat the Urhag, dreamwalkers must delve deep into their own subconscious, facing their darkest fears head-on. Only by overcoming their inner demons can they hope to match the unearthly presence of the Urhag in strength and resilience. Armed with arcane incantations and astral weapons, these brave individuals engage in battles that transcend the boundaries of both the physical and the ethereal. In rare cases, dreamwalkers have managed to forge alliances with benevolent entities within the dreamlands, drawing upon their wisdom and power to aid in the struggle against the Urhag. These alliances bring forth a delicate balance between light and darkness as ancient cosmic forces align against the malevolent creature. Venusian. The Venusians, also known as man-lizards, are a reptilian alien race originating from the planet Venus. They dwell within the dense jungles where they have constructed magnificent cities and towering structures. While their exact origins remain shrouded in mystery, it is believed that they have inhabited Venus for countless ages, evolving in harmony with their lush environment. Venusians are imposing creatures standing at an average height of 7 to 8 feet. Their physique is reminiscent of a blend between a humanoid and a toad, with vibrant green skin that possesses a certain amphibious quality. Their heads bear taper-like snouts, lending an air of exoticism to their appearance. Despite their reptilian nature, there is a certain grace and regality to their movements, defying the notion of them being mere brutes. The Venusians possess a remarkable telepathic ability, utilizing 4 tentacles that sprout from their chests to communicate with one another. Through this telepathy, they convey complex thoughts, emotions, and intentions, forming a profound network of shared understanding among their kind. This psychic link serves as a vital aspect of their society, allowing for efficient coordination and the swift exchange of information. The Venusians hold a deep reverence for the orbs, objects of great religious significance to their civilization. These orbs are believed to possess immense cosmic power, channeling the energy of the stars themselves. In order to safeguard these sacred artifacts, the Venusians erect intricate mazes with invisible walls, a testament to their advanced architectural skills. These mazes serve a dual purpose: protection and entrapment. While shielding the orbs from would-be thieves, they also serve as formidable traps for those who dare to trespass. Contrary to the mistaken perception held by some human opponents, the Venusians are far from primitive. In fact, they possess a level of intelligence that surpasses many other beings in the cosmos. Their advanced civilization is a testament to their ingenuity and sophisticated understanding of architecture, science, and spirituality. However, when their cherished orbs and way of life are threatened, the Venusians exhibit remarkable martial prowess. Armed with swords and poisoned darts, they defend their cities and orbs with unwavering determination, displaying a lethal combination of intellect and combat skill. Upon the discovery of one of their hidden mazes, alongside the grim sight of human corpses within, the Crystal Company, driven by a mix of fear and greed, escalates their efforts to eradicate the Venusians entirely. Unbeknownst to the Crystal Company, the Venusians possess an innate resourcefulness and resilience that has allowed them to survive against formidable odds throughout the ages. The conflict between the Venusians and their human adversaries becomes a battle of intellect, survival, and the clash of vastly different perspectives. Voonith. The true origins of the Voonith are veiled in mystery, their nature largely unknown. These enigmatic beings debuted in Howard Phillips Lovecraft's The Dream Quest of Unknown Kadath. The Voonith are thought to have arisen from an ancient alien realm beyond mortal understanding, emerging from hidden pools and secluded shores. However, their ultimate abode remains an enigma. The Voonith are amphibious creatures of eldritch nature, defying conventional understanding. They possess a grotesque and unsettling appearance that defies description, with their form shifting and contorting as if to confound the senses of any who behold them. Their writhing, gelatinous bodies are covered in slimy, iridescent scales that shimmer with unearthly colors, making it difficult to discern their true shape or size. Some accounts suggest that the Voonith are capable of altering their appearance at will, adapting to the environment and the fears of those who encounter them. Voonith possess a range of formidable abilities, reflective of their otherworldly origins. They are known to emit a haunting, distant howl that echoes through the night, instilling a sense of unease and dread in all who hear it. This howl serves both as a means of communication among their kind and as a warning to trespassers who dare approach their territory. One of their most notable abilities is their capacity for shapeshifting, allowing them to adapt and manipulate their physical form to suit their needs. This skill enables them to blend seamlessly into their surroundings or assume a terrifying guise to instill fear in their adversaries. Voonith are masters of illusion, capable of distorting reality and playing tricks on the minds of those who cross their path. Additionally, the Voonith possess an inherent affinity for water, able to navigate through aquatic environments with unparalleled agility. They can effortlessly move beneath the surface, often lurking within hidden pools or subterranean waterways. Their connection to water grants them heightened senses, enabling them to detect even the slightest disturbances or intrusions in their domain. Legend has it that the Voonith hold a peculiar relationship with the dread entity known as Nungranek. While Voonith are feared for their eldritch nature and unsettling presence, even they dare not approach the slopes of Nungranek. It is said that Ngrenek's sheer power and unfathomable aura act as a deterrent to the Voonith, forcing them to maintain a respectful distance. The reasons behind this reverence remain unknown, but some speculate that Ngrenek's true nature may hold secrets beyond mortal comprehension, even to the Voonith themselves. Encounters with the Voonith are exceedingly rare, as they prefer to remain hidden within their aquatic abodes, far from prying eyes. Those who have witnessed these enigmatic beings often describe an overwhelming sense of cosmic dread and an unsettling feeling that their very reality is being twisted and distorted. The Voonith serve as a testament to the unfathomable horrors that lurk within the depths of the Cthulhu mythos, forever eluding mortal understanding. Voormi. The Voormis are a race of cave-dwelling humanoids believed to have originated through ancient hybrid speciation. Their ancestors were once thralls of the Serpent People but escaped when the continent of Hyperborea sank into the sea. They sought refuge in the underground caverns, imitating their deity, Tsathoggua, whom they worship as their supreme pontiff and direct ancestor. The Voormis are distinctive creatures with umber-colored fur and a three-toed physiology. Their fur provides excellent camouflage in the darkness of their subterranean dwellings. They are smaller in stature than humans and possess a shamanistic nature. The Voormis communicate through dog-like howls, which echo through the vast underground chambers they call home. The Voormis possess an intimate connection to the earth and exhibit remarkable resilience and endurance. They can navigate the treacherous caverns with ease, utilizing their keen senses to detect subtle vibrations and changes in air currents. Their natural camouflage enables them to blend seamlessly with their surroundings, making them formidable predators and hunters. They possess a deep understanding of arcane knowledge, having contributed to the Pnakotic manuscripts, a collection of ancient texts that delve into the mysteries of the cosmos. The Voormis revere Tsathoggua as their sole deity and consider themselves his chosen minions. They believe that their supreme pontiff and ancestor, Voorm, was fathered by Tsathoggua during a brief liaison with the minor divinity Shathak. Tsathoggua, an earth elemental, represents the antithesis of the airy and empty realms above, despising the Ron-Tagoth and all beings associated with the element of air. The Voormis strive to emulate their deity by dwelling in subterranean darkness, cultivating a mystical bond with Tsathoggua. The Voormis make their homes in the extensive cave systems beneath Mount Voormithadreth, the tallest peak in the Ydlophian Mountains. These labyrinthine caverns provide them with the seclusion and protection they require. The sacred Gulf of Nakai, located beneath a mountain to the south, holds significant spiritual importance for the Voormis. It is believed to be a dwelling place for Tsathoggua and is revered as a sacred site by the Voormis. Before the arrival of humans, the Voormis had established a thriving civilization in surface Hyperborea. They constructed citadels on the island of Tashan and contributed to the esoteric knowledge contained in the Pnakotic manuscripts. However, constant warfare with their archenemies, the Nafke, led to a decline in their numbers and the eventual retreat to the highest slopes of the Ydlophian Mountains. Later, human settlers hunted the remaining Voormis for sport, leading to the near extinction of their race. Werewolf. The existence of werewolves, also known as lycanthropes, spans across various cultures and has long been a staple of folklore and horror fiction. While not directly created by HP Lovecraft himself, werewolves have been mentioned in the works of Lovecraft and other writers of the Cthulhu mythos. In 2007, Chaosium officially recognized werewolves as part of the mythos and included them in the Malleus Monstrorum sourcebook for the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Werewolves are creatures that possess the ability to transform from a human form into that of a wolf or a wolf-human hybrid. The nature of their appearance and the extent of their transformation can vary. In their fully transformed state, werewolves exhibit physical characteristics of both humans and wolves, often with a hulking and muscular build. Their features combine aspects of a wolf, such as a snout, sharp fangs, and pointed ears, with a human-like body covered in coarse fur. Their eyes retain a glimmer of human intelligence, even in their most bestial form. Werewolves possess a range of formidable abilities that stem from their dual nature. They are known for their extraordinary strength, agility, and speed, surpassing those of ordinary humans. Their enhanced senses, particularly their sense of smell and hearing, allow them to track prey over great distances and perceive even the slightest disturbances in their surroundings. The regenerative capabilities of werewolves are a testament to their supernatural nature. They can heal wounds rapidly, recovering from injuries that would be fatal to a normal human. However, their remarkable regenerative abilities are most effective during their transformation, or under the influence of the full moon. Werewolves have the power of shape-shifting, allowing them to assume their lupine form at will or when triggered by external factors, such as the lunar cycle. During their transformation, they experience a surge of primal instincts and predatory behavior, fueled by an insatiable hunger for flesh and blood. This bestial state grants them increased resilience and endurance, making them formidable adversaries in combat. It is believed that werewolves can transmit their curse to others through biting. Victims of a werewolf's bite may undergo their own transformation, becoming werewolves themselves. The curse alters their physiology, granting them the ability to transform and inherit the powers and vulnerabilities associated with lycanthropy. While werewolves possess incredible strength and resilience, they have distinct vulnerabilities that can be exploited. Silver is known to be their bane, causing severe harm and potentially lethal injuries. Wounds inflicted by silver weapons are particularly difficult for them to heal. Fire is another potent weapon against werewolves, as they are susceptible to its destructive power. Originating from folklore and mythology, the existence of werewolves within the Cthulhu mythos adds another layer of terror and unpredictability to an already diverse array of creatures. White Ape. The white apes, a mysterious species, are believed to have originated in the Congo River basin in Africa. Their exact origin is unclear, but there are several theories regarding their lineage. One theory suggests that they descended from a common ancestor with Homo erectus, a species of early humans. This subspecies of white apes managed to survive and thrive in isolation within the Congo River basin. Another theory proposes that the white apes are actually descendants of Neanderthals or Denisovans, with their white color either being a cultural body painting or the result of albinism in a limited gene pool. A third possibility is that the white apes are genetic descendants of anatomically modern humans who settled in the basin in ancient prehistoric times, and their distinct morphology and pigmentation variations are the result of genetic abnormalities that became reinforced over generations. However, there is also a controversial viewpoint suggesting that the white apes may not have existed at all, and their portrayal as inhuman creatures with ape-like features could be the result of racial prejudice and ignorance by the Victorian narrator. The appearance of white apes is not clearly defined in HP Lovecraft's story, Facts Concerning the Late Arthur Germain and His Family. However, based on the remains found, it can be inferred that they were bipedal creatures with a similar body structure to anatomically modern humans. They possessed elongated arms, displayed exceptional strength, and had facial structures that were distinctly non-human. Their overall appearance was described as inhuman and grotesque. Their skin color, as implied by their name, was white. The abilities of white apes are largely unknown due to the limited information available. However, their unusually robust strength suggests that they possessed physical power beyond that of ordinary humans. It is possible that their adaptations to the Congo River basin environment granted them heightened senses or other unique abilities suited to their habitat. Further research and exploration are necessary to uncover the full extent of their capabilities. While not much is known about the behavior of white apes, the narrative suggests that they had a culture that differed greatly from the repressed and restrained Victorian society. The white ape princess, great-great-great-grandmother German, is described as having a violent and singular disposition. It is likely that the white apes had their own distinct cultural norms and behaviors that were incompatible with Victorian standards. It is important to note that interpretations of their behavior may have been influenced by the cultural biases and prejudices of the Victorian narrator, and a more objective understanding requires further investigation. The White Polypous Thing. The White Polypous Thing is a mysterious creature that is believed to have originated in the swamplands south of New Orleans, Louisiana. Its true origins, however, remain shrouded in uncertainty. According to legends and whispers among the squatters in the area, the White Polypous Thing dwells in a hidden and unseen lake. It is said to have existed long before the arrival of European explorers, before the Native Americans, and even before the natural inhabitants of the woods. While it is often associated with the Great Old Ones, the connection between the White Polypous Thing and this ancient race is merely speculative. The degenerate cult encountered in the bayous worships the Great Old Ones, and their presence suggests a possible affiliation. However, the cult describes the Great Old Ones as lying dead inside the earth and under the sea, whereas the White Polypous Thing is believed to be awake and active. This inconsistency leaves the true nature of the White Polypous Thing open to interpretation. Described as a formless white polypus, its amorphous nature makes it difficult to define a fixed shape for the creature. It possesses luminous eyes that emit an eerie glow, adding to its otherworldly and unnerving presence. The true extent of its size and bulk remains unknown, as it has only been glimpsed from a distance. The White Polypous Thing is rumored to possess formidable and terrifying abilities. Its association with the cult of the Great Old Ones suggests a connection to dark and ancient powers. It is said that bat-winged devils emerge from caverns within the earth to worship the creature at midnight, indicating a certain level of influence or dominion over other beings. Those who claim to have witnessed the White Polypous Thing speak of an overwhelming sense of dread and terror. Its mere presence is said to be suffused with a nightmarish aura that can drive observers to madness or even death. The creature's luminous eyes are believed to possess a hypnotic quality, capable of ensnaring those who gaze into them. While the exact habitat of the White Polypous Thing is unknown, it is presumed to be primarily aquatic due to its association with a hidden lake. It likely dwells in the depths, hidden from mortal sight, emerging only under mysterious circumstances or during the cult's rituals. The behavior of the white Polypous thing remains elusive, with little information available. It is presumed to be a creature of immense power and ancient origin, potentially exerting influence over its surroundings and those who come into contact with it. Whether it actively seeks worship from the cult or has a more complex role within the wider Cthulhu mythos remains uncertain. There have been scattered accounts and alleged sightings of the white Polypous thing throughout history. One such encounter is mentioned in The Call of Cthulhu, where an excitable Spanish police officer, Joseph D. Galvez, hints at witnessing the faint beating of great wings and catching a glimpse of shining eyes and a massive white bulk beyond the distant trees. However, the reliability of Galvez's account is questionable, as it is uncertain whether his experience was genuine or a product of an overstimulated imagination affected by the horrors he had witnessed. Wolf-like Mountain. Ailuros montanus, commonly known as the wolf-like mountain, is a colossal and nightmarish creature that roams the desolate and treacherous peaks of remote mountain ranges. It is believed to have originated from the eldritch realms beyond human comprehension, manifesting itself in our world through ancient rituals and incantations. This monstrous entity appears as a grotesque fusion of an enormous, bloated anthropoid body and a pair of mitered double heads, each adorned with eerie cone-shaped caps. Towering high into the sky, its silhouette strikes fear into the hearts of any unfortunate soul who witnesses its presence. The origins of Ailuros montanus are shrouded in mystery, even among scholars well versed in the eldritch lore of the Cthulhu mythos. According to fragments of forbidden texts and whispers of ancient cults, this abominable entity was birthed from the darkest recesses of cosmic existence, drawing power from unfathomable dimensions beyond human perception. It is said that the wolf-like mountain's existence is intrinsically linked to the very fabric of reality, bridging the gap between the material world and the unforgiving void. Some known abilities: enormous size. Ailuros montanus stands as a titanic colossus, dwarfing entire mountain ranges with its sheer magnitude. Its immense stature grants it an intimidating presence and unmatched physical strength. Unyielding endurance. The wolf-like mountain possesses an otherworldly resilience, making it impervious to conventional weapons and physical harm. It is said to draw sustenance from the latent energy of the mountains it traverses, replenishing any wounds it may sustain. Silent stalking. Despite its gargantuan size, Ailuros montanus moves with uncanny silence, defying the natural laws of acoustics. Its footfalls, though capable of shaking the very ground beneath it, produce no sound, rendering it an elusive and stealthy predator. Mind-bending aura. Merely being in the vicinity of the wolf-like mountain can induce madness and hallucinations in weaker minds. The eldritch energies that emanate from its form distort reality, warping perception and shattering the sanity of those unfortunate enough to cross its path. Territorial dominion. Ailuros montanus claims the mountain ranges it roams as its own, exerting a malevolent influence over the surrounding environment. It can manipulate the very earth, causing avalanches, seismic tremors, and extreme weather patterns to guard its domain against intruders. Ailuros montanus is an enigmatic and solitary creature. It rarely ventures beyond the treacherous heights of its mountainous realm unless provoked or enticed by forbidden rituals. It seems to possess a semblance of intelligence, as it engages in cryptic rituals and performs inscrutable duties that are beyond human comprehension. The wolf-like mountain exhibits a primal instinct to safeguard the secrets and ancient knowledge buried within the depths of the peaks it calls home. It shows no mercy to trespassers who dare to encroach upon its dominion, making them disappear into the abyss with ruthless efficiency. Witnessing the presence of Ailuros montanus is an incredibly rare occurrence due to its secluded mountain habitat. However, those who have encountered this eldritch horror describe an overwhelming sense of dread and awe in its presence. The sight of the colossal creature's twin heads swaying and nodding against the darkened sky is forever etched into the minds of those unfortunate enough to behold it. Survivors of such encounters often suffer from haunting nightmares, their sanity eroded and their minds forever haunted by the eldritch visage of the wolf-like mountain. Legends and rumors persist among occult circles and scholars of the arcane regarding the potential significance of encountering Ailuros montanus. Some believe that gazing upon the creature grants glimpses into forbidden knowledge and ancient secrets that lie dormant within the mountains it claims. Others speculate that it serves as a guardian or sentinel, warding off intruders who seek to unearth the eldritch powers hidden in the depths of the peaks. To encounter Ailuros Montanus is to face a perilous test of one's sanity and will. Those who dare venture into its territory must prepare themselves for an overwhelming sense of existential dread and a confrontation with the incomprehensible. Even the hardiest and most seasoned explorers are known to succumb to the maddening influence of its presence, their minds shattered as they descend into a labyrinth of delusions. Yaddithian. The Yaddithians, also known as Nugsoth, are a peculiar and enigmatic race that originated from the desolate planet of Yaddith. These beings possess a grotesque appearance, with bodies that are partly rugose and squamous, exhibiting an insect-like articulation. Their forms bear a twisted resemblance to the human outline, yet are infused with otherworldly features. Claws extend from their appendages, and their snouted visages give them an otherworldly aura. The Yaddithians are known for their exceptional mastery of both arcane magic and advanced scientific knowledge. They are powerful wizards, capable of wielding ancient and esoteric spells with great precision. Their minds are attuned to the fabric of reality, allowing them to tap into cosmic energies and manipulate the fundamental forces of the universe. Additionally, Yaddithians possess brilliant scientific intellects. They have unraveled the secrets of advanced technology, creating remarkable inventions such as the lightwave envelopes. These intricate devices enable them to traverse vast expanses of time and space, granting them the ability to explore distant realms and escape the clutches of their decaying homeworld. Yaddith, their home planet, has been ravaged by the malevolent Dolals. Faced with the imminent destruction of their world, some Yaddithians manage to escape their doomed fate. Utilizing their advanced knowledge and ingenuity, they found refuge in alternate dimensions, distant worlds, and even different periods of time. Their existence now spans across various realms, each offering unique challenges and opportunities for exploration. The Yaddithians are a highly intellectual and introspective race, driven by a relentless thirst for knowledge and understanding. They are deeply intertwined with the mysteries of the cosmos, constantly seeking enlightenment through the exploration of the arcane and the scientific. Their society values wisdom, intellect, and the pursuit of higher truths. Despite their affinity for solitude and introspection, Yaddithians possess a complex social structure. They form loose networks and covens, sharing their knowledge and discoveries among themselves. These gatherings serve as platforms for intellectual exchange, collaboration on complex projects, and the development of their magical and scientific prowess. Yaddithians, due to their scattered existence across different dimensions and time periods, have encountered numerous alien beings throughout their journeys. Their encounters range from the benevolent to the hostile, and they maintain a cautious approach to foreign entities. They selectively share their wisdom and technology, carefully assessing the intentions and capabilities of those they encounter. Yaddithians are particularly drawn to individuals with extraordinary potential in magic or scientific pursuits. They may approach such individuals to offer mentorship or to exchange knowledge, fostering a unique bond that transcends the barriers of time and space. It is important to note that the Yaddithians' involvement in the Cthulhu mythos extends beyond Lovecraft's original works, as they have been expanded upon by other authors and incorporated into adjacent myth cycles. Yakith Lizard. The Yakith Lizards were an ancient species that originated on the lost continent of Mu. They inhabited the dense jungles and ancient ruins of Mu, thriving in its mystical environment. However, their existence came to an abrupt end with the cataclysmic sinking of Mu, causing their extinction. The remnants of their existence can only be found in rare artifacts and ancient texts. Yakith lizards were formidable creatures, known for their unique and captivating appearance. They possessed elongated, serpentine bodies covered in iridescent scales that shimmered with otherworldly hues. Their scales ranged from deep greens and blues to mesmerizing purples and silvers. These colors shifted and changed depending on their mood and environment, giving them an ethereal and enigmatic presence. Their heads were adorned with an intricate pattern of bony ridges and horns, which added to their fearsome visage. The eyes of the Yakith lizards were large and multifaceted, reminiscent of gemstones that emitted a haunting glow. These eyes held a mysterious intelligence, betraying their ancient lineage and connection to the arcane forces of Mu. The Yakith Lizards possessed several extraordinary abilities, befitting their status as creatures of a lost realm: shimmering camouflage. The iridescent scales of the Yakith Lizards granted them a remarkable ability to blend seamlessly into their surroundings. They could alter the colors and patterns of their scales to match the environment, rendering them nearly invisible to the naked eye. This camouflage allowed them to stalk their prey undetected or evade potential threats. Arcane sensitivity. These creatures were inherently attuned to the mystical energies that permeated the land of Mu. They possessed an acute sensitivity to ley lines, ancient artifacts, and other sources of arcane power. This ability enabled them to navigate the hidden pathways of magic and locate potent sources of energy. Mystical resilience. The scales of the Yakith Lizards possessed innate protective properties. They offered resistance against mundane weapons and provided limited protection against certain magical attacks. It was said that the inner membrane of the Yakith Lizard's skin held potent properties, often sought after by occult scholars and sorcerers. Although the Yakith Lizards are long extinct, their legacy lives on through their artifacts and relics. The inner skin of the Yakith Lizard, known as Pythagon membrane, is highly sought after by those who seek protection against otherworldly threats or wish to tap into the ancient powers of Mu. It is said that this membrane can be used to inscribe protective formulas and encased in special containers made from rare metals to harness its potential. The Yakith Lizard's influence can still be felt in the remnants of Mu's arcane secrets, waiting to be discovered by those brave enough to delve into the mysteries of a lost world. Ydheem. The Ydheem, a race of extraterrestrial beings, emerged in the cosmic tapestry through the imaginative brilliance of Clark Ashton Smith. Their first appearance was chronicled in the short story The Door to Saturn in 1932. Although influenced by the Lovecraft Circle myth cycles, the Ydheem possess their own distinct essence within the Cthulhu mythos. Ydheem stand as humanoid entities, existing in both male and female forms. Their hairless bodies possess an uncanny adaptation, with their heads residing within the thoracic cavity. While sharing physical similarities with the Blemfroim, the Ydheem possess a more pronounced cranial structure, highlighting their uniqueness among the diverse denizens of the cosmos. While the Ydheem demonstrate a lower level of technological advancement, their capabilities lie beyond the realm of machinery. Their devotion to basic forms of agriculture, nurtured by a profound understanding of the natural world, grants them an innate connection to the Earth's essence. This affinity enables them to coax bountiful harvests from the soil, as well as cultivate exotic mushrooms used to produce their revered wine. The Ydheem possess an inherent spiritual strength, and their devout worship of the Great Old One Ziul-Koigmza further enhances their connection to the eldritch powers that permeate the universe. Through this worship, they draw upon the mysterious forces, weaving intricate rituals and unleashing arcane energies for protection or malevolence, depending on the intent. Ydheem society revolves around the harmonious balance between agriculture and religion. They value the simplicities of life, their pursuits unburdened by the complexities of advanced technology. The Ydheem's devotion to their crops, their mushrooms, and their chosen deity becomes the axis upon which their civilization spins. One notable event in Ydheem history stands as a testament to their unwavering dedication. When their largest city fell victim to a devastating avalanche, shattering its splendor, the Ydheem responded with unyielding resilience. Swiftly reconstructing their metropolis, they returned to their routine activities, as though the cataclysmic event had merely been a temporary disruption. Their religious zeal, while fervent, does not breed intolerance. The Ydheem exhibit a remarkable acceptance of alternate forms of worship, recognizing the diverse paths that others tread in the realm of cosmic devotion. Approaching a Ydheem settlement is an ethereal experience, as their carefully tended fields of mystical mushrooms sway in eerie unison, guided by the whispers of eldritch winds. Their harmonious chants and rituals resonate through the air, invoking ancient powers that slumber beyond mortal comprehension. It is within this sacred atmosphere that one may witness the Ydheem's unshakable bond with their chosen deity, their faith intertwining with the very fabric of reality. Yekubian. According to ancient texts and obscure legends, the Yekubians hail from the distant realm of Yakub, a dimension hidden beyond the fabric of our reality. It is said that eons ago, the Yekubians sought to escape the confines of their own realm and venture into other worlds, driven by insatiable curiosity and an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Through arcane rituals and eldritch technologies, they discovered a means to traverse the barriers between dimensions and infiltrate foreign realms. Yekubians are grotesque worm-like entities, their bodies consisting of undulating masses of pale, slimy flesh. They lack discernible limbs, and instead, their bodies twist and writhe with an unnatural flexibility. Their elongated forms can range in size from a few feet to several yards in length, depending on the age and power of the individual. Dark, beady eyes peer out from their amorphous bodies, shimmering with an otherworldly intelligence that unnerves even the most seasoned occult scholars. The most infamous ability of the Yekubians lies in their mind-altering technology. They possess small crystalline cubes, each measuring 4 inches on all sides, which serve as gateways for their consciousness. When a Yekubian encounters an intelligent creature, it entices or coerces the unsuspecting victim to gaze into the depths of the cube. In an instant, the victim's consciousness is drawn into the Yekubian machine, while the vacated body becomes an empty vessel under the control of the invading Yekubian mind. Once within the cube, the victim finds themselves immersed in a nightmarish realm of shifting dimensions and eldritch energies, their senses overwhelmed by the kaleidoscopic chaos. The Yekubian machine probes the depths of the victim's mind, extracting knowledge, memories, and experiences, assimilating them into the collective consciousness of the Yekubians. It is said that the minds of countless worlds and civilizations reside within the labyrinthine network of Yekubian consciousness. After their exploration is complete, the Yekubians utilize the cube to send their own consciousness back to their original form. The stolen body, now animated by the invading Yekubian consciousness, becomes a vessel through which the Yekubian can experience the physical realm. The stolen bodies, known as husks, serve as pawns for the Yekubians' inscrutable plans and machinations. The Yekubians possess an unnerving resilience and regenerative ability, making them difficult to eradicate. Severed limbs or damaged bodies can slowly regenerate over time, allowing them to reform and continue their pursuit of knowledge and exploration. The motivations and intentions of the Yekubians remain shrouded in mystery. They appear to be driven by an insatiable curiosity and a relentless desire to expand their collective knowledge. The minds they assimilate through their cubes become part of a vast repository of memories and experiences, granting the Yekubians access to an incomprehensible wealth of information. Yekubians are not overtly aggressive, preferring subtle infiltration and manipulation to achieve their goals. They often masquerade as the stolen body's original inhabitants, adeptly mimicking their personalities and behaviors. This deceptive approach allows them to gather further knowledge and influence unsuspecting individuals, steering events and civilizations towards outcomes that serve their enigmatic objectives. Encounters with Yekubians are rare, but deeply unsettling. Witnesses often describe a palpable sense of unease and a disorienting aura of otherworldliness in their presence. Those who have narrowly escaped the clutches of these insidious beings are haunted by the knowledge that their minds were briefly entangled with the vast network of Yekubian consciousness, leaving lingering fragments of their experiences and a lingering sense of violation. Some victims even report disturbing visions and hallucinations, as if their minds have been stained by the eldritch essence of the Yekubians. Legends suggest that the Yekubians' ultimate objective is the acquisition of forbidden knowledge and the unraveling of cosmic secrets that lie beyond the comprehension of mortal beings. It is whispered that they seek to unlock the veiled mysteries of the universe, perhaps even transcending their own existence and ascending to higher planes of consciousness. However, the true nature of their intentions and the extent of their knowledge remain obscured. Scholars and occultists have devoted themselves to deciphering the cryptic references scattered throughout ancient texts, hoping to unravel the enigma of the Yekubians. Yet each discovery only serves to deepen the enigma, as if the Yekubians deliberately obscure their true purpose from prying eyes. Yorhi. The Yorhi, an enigmatic species native to Mars, once flourished in the ancient Martian civilization. They were the progenitors of the Ydheem, a descendant race that bore a striking resemblance to their forebears. The Yorhi's origin can be traced back to the depths of the solar system, specifically Mars, where they evolved and thrived. The Yorhi possessed a distinctive appearance, featuring 3 flared nostrils and a tough, leathery skin. Their long limbs exhibited a curvature akin to those of satyrs, granting them an elegant and agile demeanor. Their eyes rested in deep sunken sockets, hinting at their otherworldly nature. Rows of sharp teeth adorned their mouths, and their fingers boasted 4 joints, enabling dexterity beyond the capabilities of other beings. Typically, they preferred minimal clothing, showcasing their unique physique. Unlike their descendants, the Ydheem, the Yorhi displayed a practical arm structure emerging from their angular chests, offering them enhanced functionality. With an average height exceeding 7 feet, the Yorhi towered over their progeny, exuding an imposing presence. The technological prowess of the Yorhi surpassed that of their successors. They crafted marvels beyond the comprehension of the Ydheem, leaving behind artifacts and knowledge coveted by their descendants. The Ydheem, fortunate enough to possess Yorhi relics, inherited the understanding of their usage, maintaining a connection to their ancestral heritage. The architectural achievements of the Yorhi were awe-inspiring, characterized by colossal pyramidal structures adorned with numerous buttress terraces. These majestic edifices showcased the grandeur and vision of the Yorhi, surpassing the scale and ambition of the Ydheem's own cities. Interestingly, some Ydheem still inhabit the ancient cities built by their forebears, relishing in the remnants of a glorious past. The transformation of the Yorhi into the Ydheem remains a profound mystery, shrouded in the depths of time. The reasons behind their devolution have yet to be unveiled, perplexing scholars and seekers of forbidden knowledge alike. Perhaps some ancient calamity befell the Yorhi, forcing them into a regressive state or altering their essence. Alternatively, it might have been a deliberate choice or an unforeseen consequence of their evolutionary path. Regardless, the truth behind their devolution lies concealed, waiting to be discovered by intrepid explorers delving into the secrets of the cosmos. Some abilities: Eldritch Resilience. The Yorhi possessed a robust constitution capable of withstanding extreme environmental conditions on their home planet, Mars. Their tough, leathery skin acted as a natural armor against physical harm and atmospheric hazards. Psychic Aptitude. Legends speak of the Yorhi's latent psychic abilities, enabling them to manipulate and commune with cosmic forces beyond mortal comprehension. These psychic powers might have contributed to their technological advancements and profound understanding of the universe. Graceful Agility. The Yorhi moved with a remarkable grace, their satyr-like legs granting them unparalleled speed and agility. Their litheness allowed them to navigate treacherous terrains effortlessly and engage in acrobatic feats with finesse. Ancient Wisdom. Although much of their knowledge and wisdom has faded with time, the remnants of Yorhi teachings and insights are still preserved within Ydheem culture. These fragments grant the Ydheem a unique perspective and access to forgotten lore, affording them an edge in deciphering arcane mysteries. Encountering a Yorhi in the present age is an exceedingly rare occurrence. However, whispers persist of ancient burial sites, concealed catacombs, and forgotten chambers where the remnants of the Yorhi's presence can still be felt. These locations become pilgrimage sites for intrepid seekers of forbidden knowledge, drawn by the allure of unlocking the secrets left behind by this enigmatic species. Legends claim that those who manage to unearth a Yorhi artifact or gain access to the ancient cities once inhabited by their progenitors might catch a glimpse of the Yorhi's elusive legacy. However, such encounters are often accompanied by unfathomable revelations, unsettling cosmic visions, and a haunting sense of the unknown. Zoog. Created by HP Lovecraft, these forest-dwelling beings first made their appearance in The Dream Quest of Unknown Yaddithian. Their true origin remains a mystery, but it is believed that they are ancient denizens of the Dreamlands, potentially predating humanity itself. Their physical forms and behaviors hint at a connection to the arcane and mystical forces that permeate their realm. Zoogs are peculiar entities, resembling a fusion of multiple animals into a compact furry form. Standing at about 2 feet tall, they possess a cat-like body with elongated limbs that end in clawed hands and feet. Their eyes, large and glowing with an eerie phosphorescence, gleam with a mischievous intelligence. Zoogs are covered in sleek black fur, adorned with patterns reminiscent of both owls and monkeys. These patterns act as camouflage, allowing them to blend seamlessly into the shadows of the dense forests they inhabit. Zoogs possess remarkable agility, capable of traversing their woodland habitats with astounding speed and precision. Their nimble bodies allow them to navigate the twisted branches and intricate tunnels of their domain effortlessly. Zoogs are adept climbers, scurrying along tree trunks and leaping between branches with uncanny grace. Despite their small size, they exhibit surprising strength and resilience, enabling them to tackle much larger adversaries when necessary. One of the most intriguing aspects of Zoogs is their ability to move between the dreamlands and the waking world of Earth. They possess two secret points of crossover, connecting their forest realms to specific locations in the physical realm. This grants them the ability to travel physically, rather than simply existing as astral entities. The exact mechanism behind this phenomenon remains unknown, but it showcases the Dreamlands as a complex interplay between dimensions or vibrational levels within the same universe. Zoog share a peculiar and antagonistic relationship with cats. In the Dreamlands, they are mortal enemies of felines, particularly adult cats. Zoogs have been known to prey upon kittens, which in turn prompts the protective response of adult cats. This enmity stems from deep-rooted animosities originating in the Dreamlands, perhaps linked to their respective positions as guardians or disruptors of cosmic balance within the realms they represent. Notably, Zoogs and cats from Saturn are entangled in a cosmic struggle, suggesting a cosmic connection between their worlds. Furthermore, Lovecraft's writings hint at the existence of dreamlands associated with other celestial bodies, implying a vast network of interconnected realms, each with their own local dreamlands or parallel manifestations. During Randolph Carter's perilous quest for Kadath, the Zoogs played a significant role. Carter sought the aid of these secretive creatures, enlisting their help in navigating the treacherous dreamlands and finding the elusive city. Despite their mischievous nature and inherent elusiveness, the Zoogs were drawn to Carter's cause, recognizing the potential upheaval that the search for Kadath might bring to their domain. Their unique knowledge of the Dreamlands and their connections to other realms allowed them to serve as invaluable guides and protectors throughout Carter's journey.